Hey guys, it's Augusta from Bumblebee Wireless, and today we will be reviewing the new Apple Watch and then discussing useful tips and features to maximize the benefits of Apple's first entry into the wearable smartwatch marketplace. So, what is the Apple Watch? It's an iPhone-compatible smartwatch which will be available for sale at the end of April 2015 and range in price from $350 to $17,000. What can you do with it? You can read emails, summon Siri, receive calls, and track fitness goals on your Apple Watch. Facebook alerts, WeChat messages, and Twitter will have the ability to be transferred to your wrist without pulling out your iPhone. At a glance, you can screen which notifications are important and which ones you want to ignore. This is especially true for excessive Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter notifications. Instead, you may want to read your text messages as you receive them, which could be difficult, not to mention dangerous, when driving. The Apple Watch also supports calendar appointments in its notifications. This is helpful to have reminders to be on time to all of your events. Apple Watch can also work without an iPhone for select apps, including Apple Pay, Passbook flight check-ins, listening to music during a run, and tracking fitness metrics. Oh, and for telling the time accurately too. The 8 gigabytes of storage, with some restrictions, limit the amount of photos and music that can be stored directly on the smartwatch, but it's still double the space of the 4 gigabyte Android Wear watches. It's going to become especially convenient to carry the 4.7-inch iPhone 6 and even bigger 5.5-inch iPhone 6 Plus in your pocket, or to always stow the thin but still 9.7-inch iPad Air 2 in a bag. There are more than a dozen ways to interact with the watch, from receiving glanceable notifications to feeling taptic feedback to calling upon Siri for directions or information. We will talk more about this later. For now, let's talk about some useful tips and benefits of using the Apple Watch. For example, to prevent from being distracted when driving, the Apple Watch will have the ability to control music via shuffle without looking at your iPhone. You can do this simply by pressing the next button several times. Another cool feature is the ability to tap on your watch and have your friends feel it in real time. This could be useful if you are picking up children from school or a friend from their house, because you simply tap your watch to signal them that you have arrived. There are tons of other creative uses for this feature that all depends on your imagination. Say you're at the bar with your friends and a creep is talking to you. You can tap on your watch and send out an SOS to be rescued. Or you could create your own tap-tick Morse code to communicate with your friends. The possibilities are endless. The Apple Watch will be able to initiate a repair when our Bumblebee Air app is available next summer and approved by the FAA. You'll be able to summon a drone to pick up and repair your cell phone should you break it or drop it in the water. The Apple Watch also supports the same Maps application so that you don't have to pull out your iPhone to see where you're going. This could be especially helpful if you do not want to buy an iPhone holder that holds your phone on the dash, because the iPhone will most likely overheat. This happens when the iPhone is in direct sunlight for too long. Since the Apple Watch will have Apple Pay, you can move your wrist to the NFC terminal instead of the phone. This will be great to make the transaction process even easier. Now, not only do you not have to pull out your wallet to purchase things, but you can also keep your phone in your pocket. Just move your wrist to the terminal, and that's it. Another great feature is that you can control your Apple TV and iTunes with the new Apple Watch. This is great if you don't want to use the small Apple remote to play music and change the songs on iTunes. And it eliminates making a special trip to your computer. It's easier to entertain yourself and others this way, by the flick of the wrist. This is my personal favorite. If you like taking selfies or photos with friends, you can now simply prop your iPhone against something stable or buy a tripod to hold your iPhone, then use your Apple Watch as a controller to take group photos or selfies. Simply tapping your wrist will take the photo. Get the weather on your wrist for whatever your geographic location is at the time. This is great if you travel. You don't need to look up the weather on your phone. You'll need to have location services turned on for the location to automatically update. Use Siri with the crown of the Apple Watch. I enjoy using Siri to play a specific song or artist, or to ask for movie showtimes. It'll be much easier to hold down the crown than to pull out my iPhone and hold down the home button to activate Siri. If you lose your iPhone, you'll be able to ping it just as you can with your iCloud account. What this does is signals your iPhone to make a noise, and then you'll be able to locate it by the sound it makes. Apple Watch will also have fitness benefits. You can use the stopwatch feature for running laps and the timer feature for basic cooking purposes. Also, you can set the alarm feature to wake you up to vibration instead of sound. It's much more comforting to wake up to a vibration than loud sounds from your iPhone. Plus, it won't wake up your partner if they're still sleeping. Using Continuity, you can pass messages, send and receive emails, and take and receive phone calls easily between your Mac and Apple Watch. If you have ever used Shazam to find out what song is playing on the radio, then you will now be able to do the same with your wrist. Of course, it is the same benefit iPhones have today, but we're utilizing the watch's features and we don't have to have our phone in our hand. Sometimes it takes too much time to pull out your phone, and by the time it's out, the song will be over. And that's our review for Apple's newest product, the Apple Watch. This is Augusta Summers with Bumblebee Wireless. Are you interested in the latest new updates and tech reviews? Simply subscribe below.